The history of the human species has been one of successive advances in the mastery of nature, driven by advances in what we now call infrastructure. That is, the conscious creation of the preconditions for human existence. This mastery began under the influence of astronavigation and the development of maritime civilizations thousands of years ago. The full development of the vast interior of the continents, through water management and transportation, remains an unfulfilled mission for humanity. The immense arid region which encompasses the great American desert in many ways remains a frontier, whose potential can be unlocked through NAWAPA. Because of the inequalities of terrain and climate, water management is ultimately a continental and not a local or regional problem. A quarter of all the rain or snow that hits the ground in North America falls in a narrow northwestern corridor fed by moist Pacific air during the autumn and winter months. Much of the runoff from this precipitation drains northward into two major river basins, the Yukon, which empties through Alaska into the North Pacific, and the Mackenzie, which empties through Canada into the Arctic Ocean. Along with the runoff from seaboard watersheds, roughly 1/5 of this freshwater runoff now flowing into the ocean will be tapped by NAWAPA, forming a catchment system of major new dams, reservoirs, tunnels, hydroelectric power plants, and pumping stations. These will feed into the heart of the entire system, the 500-mile-long Rocky Mountain Trench Reservoir. Water will then be pumped up nearly 2,500 feet to then flow into a distribution network that will feed the parched basins of the southwestern United States and northern Mexico. In addition, two major canals will branch eastward from the Peace River Reservoir, feeding into both the Great Lakes as well as the upper Mississippi River Basin. This will create a navigable waterway connecting the St. Lawrence Seaway to the Pacific Ocean, the long-sought Northwest Passage, and provide major new supplies of water for Canada and the eastern United States. In short, NAWAPA will overturn a century-long policy of deliberate underdevelopment imposed by President Teddy Roosevelt and perpetuated under the evil of environmentalism. NAWAPA will be the greatest effort in biospheric engineering in human history, and will be a meaningful contribution to future generations whose very existence depends on such science driver projects. The project map presented here is true to the original design of the Ralph M. Parsons Company, which unveiled the NAWAPA proposal in 1964. New technologies and more detailed engineering studies may lead to necessary modifications, but as was emphasized in its own reports, as well as congressional studies done at the time, the essential plan as presented by the Parsons Company is both completely feasible and necessary. Today, the same must be said with even greater emphasis.